Datuk Noor Kamarul Anuar Nuruddin, formerly of Celcom Axiata, has been confirmed as the new MD and Group CEO of Telekom Malaysia. According to TM's statement, Noor Kamarul has 34 years of experience in managing telco networks and services in Malaysia and Indonesia, focusing on fixed network, mobile network and mobile broadband services. He has led the strategy, planning and implementation of projects ranging from greenfield network, 3G, 4G to merger of cellular networks. At Celcom Axiata, he was a member of the senior management team responsible for achieving 31 quarters of consecutive growth. Acting CEO Imri Mokhtar will resume his role as COO. MOF says approved foreign direct investment in the first quarter of 2019 jumped 73.4% year-on-year to 29.3 billion ringgit. This was driven by a 127% surge in manufacturing investment to 20.2 billion ringgit, half of which came from the United States, from firms including Micron Technology and Jabal Circuit. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng explains that Malaysia is benefiting from business relocation as well as trade and investment diversions caused by the protracted US-China trade war. He says the 29.3 billion ringgit worth of overall approved FDI is expected to create more than 41,200 jobs for Malaysians, of which 22,970 opportunities would be in manufacturing and 18,000 jobs in the services sector. Japanese eatery giant Zensho Holdings is buying local restaurant chain The Chicken Rice Shop for about 220 million ringgit, Reuters reports, citing a person with knowledge of the deal. It says Zensho announced the acquisition last week, but did not say how much it would cost. The source told Reuters that the deal increases the Japanese firm's presence in Southeast Asia, adding to current operations in Malaysia, as well as Indonesia, Thailand and Vietnam. Meanwhile, Zensho said in a statement that it plans to create synergies with TCRS's roughly 100 locations and open new restaurants. TCRS is owned and operated by TCRS Restaurants. Tokyo-listed Zensho's mainstay is the Sukiya brand, Japan's biggest gyudon beef bowl chain. It operates over 2,000 Sukiya restaurants worldwide. The company also operates supermarket chains like Maruya and provides residential and nursing care services for the elderly under Kagayaki Co. Invest KL CEO Datuk Zainal Amansyah will be stepping down from his position once his contract ends on July 10, 2019. Invest KL says Zainal was appointed the first CEO in 2011 and will have served a full 8-year term. He is said to be leaving the investment promotion agency to pursue opportunities within the private sector. During his tenure, Invest KL said it had successfully attracted 80 MNCs as of May 31, 2019, bringing in a total of committed and approved investments of 12 billion ringgit into Greater Kuala Lumpur. Its Director of Investor Relations for Europe, Muhammad Azmi Zulkifli, will be acting CEO effective July 1st. Despite staging a rebound recently, the Malaysian stock market is still looking unattractive, HSBC says, noting that its equities are far more expensive than its regional peers and expectations for earnings growth are low. Its Managing Director and Chief Market Strategist for Asia, Fan Chok Wan, says the bank remains cautious on the local stock market, even though it had recently upgraded Malaysian equities to neutral from underweight. She says the earnings growth forecast for the domestic equity market still remains at a single digit. In comparison, she says China and Singapore have a projected mid-teen% earnings growth. She adds that while Malaysian stocks are deemed defensive in light of the trade uncertainties, investors should wait until there is clarity on the final outcome of the negotiations between the US and China. The good news for Malaysia is that its domestic consumption is considered strong compared with its regional peers. Coupled with the resilient export market and the slew of infrastructure projects that are expected to go into full swing later in the year, HSBC expects Malaysia's GDP to grow 4.5% in 2019.